Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Hoppets, today joined by
Jacob the Lord of Malts.
Yes, he's back as we said in the previous review, and we're going back kicking it old school. Or at least checking out breweries that we adored back in the day.
Yes.
That are still around but now are easier to get in Europe. A lot
easier.
Yeah. They are released in Europe, a lot of the beers. So at least from this brewery. So Founders was one of the breweries that we liked a lot. Actually, last year in 2018, when you came around, we reviewed KBS or CBS.
Yeah. That
we never traded for. We never got to trade for. That was one of the biggest hype whales back in the day. And that was that's KBS from Founders in maple syrup bourbon barrels. And they have another beer that they do similarly. And I think I remember seeing a review from Beer Geek Nation on this, where I was like, oh, I really want to try that someday, but never got around to it. And this is none other than the Founders Curmudgeon's Better Half. So Curmudgeon is their old ale, and this version of which is brewed with molasses, and this version of Curmudgeon is aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. So that's pretty much just like CBS. Yeah. You take one of the beers, do the maple syrup bourbon barrel aging, which is pretty cool. So I've had Curmudgeon quite a few times. I remember for a long time Founders were out of the country, but they had like stocks of Curmudgeon and Dirty Bastard and Breakfast Stout or something like that. I remember we sold those at work, and I remember I really liked Curmudgeon with age, but I don't think I ever tried Curmudgeon barrel aged in any shape or form. So this will be fun to try. You did either?
No, I haven't tasted
the barrel aged. Yeah. So this will be fun. So maple syrup bourbon barrel aged old ale on 12.7% alcohol. So pours. Oh, look! I got gunks in mine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mine is clear. I'm fine.
No. Otherwise, yeah. Well, it's a cleary. It's a fairly filtered looking dark amber. I'd say
dark amber with a reddish hued head.
Yeah. Beige or something like that. Let's check out the aroma. It smells really nice. I'm definitely getting more maple character than I did on CBS.
Yeah. I think. It's a little more forward.
But I think it's also because this beer doesn't have all the other adjuncts. And it's not made with maple syrup, it's maple syrup barrel aged. Yeah. So I think also because it's a more malt driven base beer, and because old ales are like that, it grabs onto more of the more in there. But lots of dry dark fruits too for me.
Yeah, heavy and sweet and
Bassett Winegum's character.
Yeah, the darker wine gums.
Yes, for sure.
We talked a lot about that.
On one of the OG tasting notes.
Yes.
A little bit of alcohol, but it's also quite fresh. They bottled this on the 13th of August last year. Yeah. So a few months, but
half a year old. Yeah.
I got another bottle to stick in the cellar, which is in the cellar just to age. And I might get another because this was dirt cheap for what it is. But it smells really nice. Caramelized, kind of dark fruity aromas.
A small licorice tinge, very, very subtle.
Definitely vanilla from the barrel as well, bourbon. It smells really nice. It does, actually. And I think the maple note suits it too. So.
Yeah, but there's a little. The more I smell it, there's a little more alcohol-y.
Yeah,
kind of
for sure. Has a little bit of booze.
Table. Yeah.
Well, let's try it. Yeah. Curmudgeon's Better Half. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, that's really nice. It's actually quite much more balanced in the flavor than I expected. Sweeter than I expected.
Yeah.
I'm just getting loads of butterscotch toffee right now in the after.
The sweetness just keeps coming. It's really.
It's an interesting. It's that maple-like sweetness, but it's not like the maple character that people expect. It's the same with CBS. People expected like crazy pastry stout maple, but this was kind of like one of the forerunners for stuff like this because it was maple syrup and barrel aged. It was not made with maple syrup or maple syrup extract or whatever the brewers put in nowadays. And it's the same with this. It's like this light maple nuance, but it's a bit more prominent on this because it's a sweeter base beer, I think.
Yeah. The sweetness is really, really good. And it's not like, forward and then fades. It kind of keeps going, and then
it's harmonized with the warmth of the alcohol.
Yeah, exactly, and it kind of takes over at the end, the aftertaste, the alcohol heatness.
Yeah, there's like a snappy alcohol flavor sitting on the size of your tongue and on the palate there, and it has that sweet maple thing. I'm getting lots of caramel as well, and the Bassett Winegums are there as well. Almost like caramelized red apple flavor or something as well. maybe not as much dark fruit, but there's definitely some. But I'm getting more sweeter caramel, toffee. Actually, a lot of butterscotch toffee for me on the aftertaste, and definitely also vanilla tones and like charry, oaky flavors.
The
and
vanilla
bourbon.
Yeah, the vanilla tones are kind of really forward. And, but the bourbon again. This is in general a really balanced beer. It's not like there's no tasting note except for kind of the sweetness that just keeps going. None of them kind of just goes off in one direction.
But it still packs a punch of flavors, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Balanced but punchy flavors, I think.
Exactly.
It's kind of like old school meets new school a little bit, because I think it's sweeter than a lot of the old school malt bombs, for sure. I actually don't know if they do this as traditionally would do with old ale, where you blend in old vintages to the new batches. And it's definitely not inoculated with Brettanomyces culture. You can taste that, which was part of the deal back in the day. But it's been barrel aged, which you also would do. But it's really good. Yeah. I think it's very good.
It's rich and
it's decadent, and it's malty. And it's one of these beer styles that slowly people drink less and less of, which I think is a shame, because old ale and barley wine is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it's really, really fucking good. I'm aging from between 94 and 95 or something like that on this one. I think it's really good. I think with age, it will definitely go up. And I think maybe in my original review of Curmudgeon, I gave it probably a 98 or something like that. But
yeah, I fully agree. I was going straight 95, and I'm gonna go straight 95. I really enjoy it, really, and I think I agree that with age you kind of would mellow out a bit with the heat in the back end, and when that would happen, I think
it will be even better.
Yeah, exactly. Kick back, enjoy a nice fire, and
I can see for some people though they'd like it, because I know some people talk about how they like that it's got a little bit of a kick and a bite to it, so that you know it's a stronger beer you're drinking. But I think the balance would be even better, because the balance is pretty good, even though it's fairly sweet. But I think the balance would be even better with a little bit of age. But very nice stuff. Another nice beer.
Yes,
high grade so far, and the final one will, or maybe the final one. We'll see if it'll be the final one. But that next one will be fun to try. It's gonna be a walk down memory lane. So, if you guys had a chance to try the 2018 Founders Curmudgeon's Better Half, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And the Lord of Malt and I will say cheers, and see you guys in another beer video.